The flight of time flows over millennia-old architectural silhouettes, yet the Manas, the Indian consciousness, dawns again and again to create the divine whirlpool of Rama, the epitome of sacredness with a touch of life, living a pious reverence. Rama, the eternal wisdom, God iconized in the mind temple of every Indian, where consciousness flowers. From the standpoint of the Indian textual tradition, Ramayana is said to be the first poetic composition, hence it is called Adi Kavya. Ramayana is composed by Adi Kavi Valmiki, where Ram and his time reflected the mindsets and aspirations of the ordinary people. Cruising through the epic of Ramayana, one comes across 24,000 lyrical verses, divided into 7 sections and 500 chapters. The traverse of Ramayana's textual tradition got furthered in every era, in every region and language. However, Ramcharitmanas of Tulsidas opened up the vistas of bhakti in the mind of ordinary people. Over the millennia, Maryada Purushottam Ram of Valmiki's description became supreme and divine, and this divinity resides in the consciousness of people as they celebrate the eternity through the celestial enactment of Ram Leela, especially at the sacred corridor of Varanasi. Cruising across the Ganga in Varanasi, we find the heritage palace of Ramnagar, the residence of Kashi Naresh, the erstwhile ruler of the sacred geography. The astounding palace showcases the amalgamation of Indo-Islamic architecture. In this heritage space, theocultural synthesis thrives. At one level, motifs, curves, curvature, and ornate pillars testify the time and harmonious synchronization. Yet, at the other level, within the broader punctuation, Ram Leela enactment finds a unique exposure and expression of an unparalleled kind, when whole of Ramnagar would turn into a stage for enactment and celebration. The transformation of this tank into a mythological space would create an awe as we proceed further. The fine chiseling of bamboo is a creativity of a different kind. Artisans create various motifs like animals and demons to be burnt, apart from the creation of the Sheshnag or the cosmic snake, whereupon Vishnu will be lying and floating on the celestial water. Even the knots of the bamboo joints are done through its own pulp. Yes, the whole of Ramnagar city is being decked up, which will be the platform to stage the Ram Leela enactment. The stagecraft of Ramnagar is spontaneous and ever-changing, because here Ram Leela is no static stage show, but a moving sacred space for the celestial sport or Leela. So we found public spaces slowly getting transformed into a creative place. Strokes of paintbrush, flowering of white walls, to the erection of the stage and doorways provide the onlooker a venue to celebrate and witness Ram Leela through the multiple creative corridors, and the reverence remains centric in their consciousness. Sandal pastes with its sacred aroma goes towards the cosmetic treatment of the main artists. The sparkling metal with multiple hues of insignia and the sparkling contours of eyes actually transform the ordinary child artist into Rama, and ascetics do the seva, as if adoring their god. The reverence of employing makeup with all the care and bhakti bhava actually shows the internalized ethos of Ramcharitmanas, which remains in vogue in Ramnagar for more than 2 centuries. The jewels, the decorative clothes to the elaborated headgear go towards a coronation of a different kind, as people would be feeling the celestial pulses through the recreated characters of divine dynamics encoded through expressive makeup.
Here I'm talking primarily about the Ramnagar Ramlila, where on average 20,000 people will see it for a period of 31 days. But I think it's also important because it's a performance and it's actually embodying many of the ideas of traditional theatre, as well as the ideas of what is sacred, how the sacred moves every day in our lives. And I think in these two ways, the kind of performance with a sacred, let's say, input into it, the Ramlila is extremely important and revitalizes our relationship to the Manas in a very, very direct way. And I think it's important because it's open-ended, it's alterable according to the passions of the people who are watching. And that is, I think, very critically important.
The Ram Leela is about to augment. Sadhus and ordinary people carry the divine characters on their shoulders. Such is the reverence of Ram Leela performers. However, Ramnagar's Ramleela has sustained through time with regality. So comes the elephant, who would carry Kashi Naresh or the erstwhile ruler to the different space where the play will be enacted. Every day for 30 days, the Kashi Naresh starts his journey at 5 p.m. and witnesses every act of the play with rapt attention. Amidst the Jaikara or slogan Har Har Mahadev, King's procession continues. The oceanic flow of spectators who are staunch devout follow the king and assemble at the spot to witness the Ram Leela, and likewise the tradition continues. The spectators assemble and listen to the melody of Ramdhun. The acoustic pulses rent the air and everybody waits for the enactment to begin. Here, Ravana and others perform yagya to appease Brahma to attain immortality. In this we find divine characters are besieged with spectators all around, and there is no mic for the performers. Finally, the four-faced Brahma appeared and offers a boon to Ravana. The celestial world looks on as Ravana expressed his wish that he should not be killed by any divine power, barring human beings and monkeys who he thought were very trifling for his existence. Brahma gives the boon, and the orchestra resounds in glory. Then Brahma told Lankini, the wife of Ravana, that Ravana will rule for long until the night when a monkey would enter Lanka, and that will be the beginning for the end of Ravana.
रात्रि के समय एक बानर तेरे समीप आवेगा, जब तू उसका निरादर करेगी तब तुमको एक मुक्का मारेगा। जो तू उसके मारने से विकल हो जाएगी तब जानना कि अब राक्षसों का संहार भया। राक्षसों का राजा।
Now the minister of Ravana pleads that it is time to go to Lanka with other asuras, because that space is occupied by Devatas. It was decided that once Ravana has become immortal, so recapturing Lanka would be easy now.
बड़े भारी भट रहते रहे, इन्हें लड़ाई में देवताओं ने मार डाला। अब इंद्र की आज्ञा से कुबेर के रक्षक कोटिन यक्षगण रहता है।
Now the actors, amidst acoustic vibration, go to Lankapuri. It is noted throughout the enactment that there is a specific space for enactment of each specific episode. The procession with the regal elephant moves to the new spot. Ravana becomes the king of Lanka and he sits on the throne. He becomes Lanka Adhipati, the ruler of Lanka. Meanwhile, the evening has begun to cave in, and the king would retire to the palace for his evening prayers. The grand retreat is seen here. Now the spectators and actors would also take rest for a while. The enactment would start once the king reappears to witness again for the night. The full moon shines in the dark sky, and the earth, within the ambience of lighted lamps, the Ram Leela begins amidst chanting. Yakshas in yellow robe are embodiment of divinity as they make a round of Ravana. Ravana lifts Kailasha to rejoice his victory over the divine. Ravana orders his son to arrest Indra. Indra appears on an elephant. Elsewhere, the Divine Trinity is approached by Devatas with a plea to save their world from the attack of Ravana, the embodiment of demons.
संभाति देवता हर सब में समान व्यापक है, प्रेम से प्रकट होया है। मैं जानता हूँ देश काल दिस विदिश में कहो तो
Shiva proclaimed it was Narayan who could stem the power of Ravana.
आग जग में आओ सबसे रहित विरागी हैं, केवल प्रेम से प्रकट होता है, जैसे लकड़ी से आग।
Then came the commandment from the cosmic sky, and Vishnu agreed to take birth as Rama to banish Ravana. This Akashvani was from Vaikuntha, the abode of Vishnu, posited in cosmos. The celestial arti to please Vishnu goes on, and Ramdhun echoes from the earth. The episode of Vishnu lying on Sheshnag was created in the pond of Ramnagar. This shows the celestial transit of Vishnu's incarnation beyond space and time. And here, with a burst of crackers with shades of light, denote Ram was to be born, and celestial celebration is taking place in the cosmic water. Such is the essence of Ramnagar's Ram Leela, which continues day after day, and the story progresses.
In the Ramnagar, one of the first things that they actually claim is that they don't use anything beyond the Manas. In other performances, other words and other interpolations have taken place, but in the Ramnagar, they are very concerned about the fact that the interpolations that they have been, let us say, made by poets of Banaras, and they are very, very distinctly placed in particular episodes. But I think what is important is the transformation of the figures who play the gods, the deities, as from young boys into very revered young, into gods in some senses. But what I find very important is the fact that a kind of tender relationship that Tulsi has to his figures is translated on to the audience, and the kind of tenderness with which Tulsi describes the gods in the Manas and also in Vinay Patrika comes through in the way that the audience looks after or tends the young actors. You know, if they're asleep, they will let them sleep. If they require a prompt, they will prompt them. So it's a very kind, human, very loving relationship. And I think in some senses that loving relationship is a very direct translation of the Manas into performance.
Another day at Ramnagar. This is a celestial day as Ram is to be born. Ascetics and ordinary people assemble to witness this extraordinary event. The king's procession ensures the start of the play. As celestially ordained, Dashrath would father the children. One sage Shringa sacrifices himself on the fire of Yagna Kunda. Then Agni offers rice and milk, which is to be consumed by the three wives of Dashratha, the king of Ayodhya, to beget children. Dashrath walks towards his palace, and this is another location where Kaushalya is awaiting his coming with the kheer.
चुप रहो, सावधान। तुम कोई समीप आकर बैठ जाओ।
Dashrath offers the prasad and walks back to another space. Dashrath sits on his regal throne. Within the broad public space, we find different locales of enactment. Then, these devatas are placed on a higher platform, chanting in the praise of Vishnu. Spectators turn devout. They refer to texts of Ramcharitmanas and some chant in trance. Others listen with rapt attention. Yet, the celestial sounding of mantras envelopes the atmosphere of Ramnagar, as if Ram is going to be born again. Such is the magnanimity of the event, and Ram Leela remains a sacred experiencing factor for all. After the celestial occurrence, the king of Ramnagar retires for the evening prayer. Yet, devout ascetics chant Ramdhun, as this was counted an auspicious moment because this was the time of Vishnu's reincarnation and a cherished moment for all who gathered to witness Ram Leela here at Ramnagar. On the swaying elephant through the oceanic crowd, the king of Ramnagar appears as the enactment starts again. This is no ordinary day, as Kaushalya is pregnant. The sparks of light with a splash of crackers sets the tune to the celestial conversation of Kaushalya and Vishnu. Kaushalya, in her dialogue with Vishnu, which is visualized here, offers him her profuse thanks for coming to her womb.
लक्ष्मी के कांत प्रगट भये माया निर्मित कोटिन ब्रह्मांड के एक एक रोम में है तो मेरे उर में वास किया या उपहास सुन धीरों का भी मन स्थिर नहीं रहता
Then Vishnu addresses Kaushalya, O mother, I am coming to you as a result of your and Raja's penance in the last birth, and as you wished a son resembling me, so I am here.
बड़ा तप किया तुम दोऊ की पूरी तपस्या देख मैं प्रसन्न हो वर देने कहा तुम दोऊ ने हमारे समान पुत्र मांगा और मैंने दिया सो उसको सत्य करने के लिए
Such is the celestial communication which every Indian pregnant woman wishes to have. The communication ends with a burst of crackers and the sparkle of lights. The merging crowd with dots of lights enlighten the space as Vishnu's birth as Rama is about to take place. Now Dashrath is being informed that a boy child is born to him.
बाजा वालों को बाजा बजावने
Dashrath asks for the musical celebrations and calls for the family priest Vashisht to come. Celebrations dawn as this public space becomes an auspicious space and people rejoice the birth of Ram. Dashrath with his son sits near the family priest Vashisht. The child is seated in the lap of Vashisht.
चुप रहो सावधान ये राजा इनके नाम अनेक और अनूप है
Then the priest announces, this child is no ordinary one. He has many names and forms. He rules all the three worlds. But I will name him Ram, one who would change the course of events, and all the three lokas would remember his role as Ram.
का सुपास एक बूंद के बराबर है यही सुख के धाम का नाम राम है ये सब लोग को विश्राम देनहारे हैं
Thus, Ram is named, and people look at the episode with deep reverence. The world looks on as Ram grows with time. Kaushalya finds in the child Ram the cosmic Vishnu, and the large gathering echoes the same sentiment of celestial darshan. Here, Ramcharitmanas brings to the fore the bhakti bhava for Sri Ram and enjoins the character with divinity from the very beginning, which is a contrast to the Valmiki's Ram. Nevertheless, Ram with his brothers occupies the central stage as his mother does Aarti. It may be noted the role of bhajan and arti dates back to the time when Ram Katha or narrative chanting remained in vogue. In the Ram Leela, the tradition continues much vigorously, which goes beyond the temple ritual and touches the heart of ordinary people. The Aarti and sometimes Sankirtana of praying in chorus remains a significant aspect of celebrating divinity. And at Ramnagar, every episode of Ram Leela ends with Aarti, which exemplifies the prevalence of sacred acoustic culture along the side of Ram Leela enactment.
Well, I think, one of the most magical things of that performance is the translation of space from very everyday space to an ideal space. And I think the energy of that transformation comes entirely from the audience. And I think that is why it is, again, it's an experience to look and to experience in itself. I think one of the most important things is that, there is a mental map that a text provides. And how you translate that mental or ideal space into everyday space, you could do it by putting a very prescribed or a very detailed set on it. Here it is done primarily by walking, by arriving and by seeing the performance, and because you see it with passion and you see it with love, the space changes. And therefore, when you go during those days, people will forget the names of the everyday names and only will call the spaces through their let's say the Manas names, through the Ram Leela names. You're going to Ayodhya, you will have an ice cream at Ayodhya. There seems to be no contradiction in this kind of the relationship of everyday with sacred space, I think.
Our documentation has stepped into the third day. Ram, Lakshman and other divine characters are being taken on the shoulders of devout with deep reverence. They walk through the thoroughfare and people offer their salutation or naman. With a Har Har Mahadev shout, the king's procession moves on to the sacred Ayodhya space, where the first act will unveil. Acoustically, the tune is set to invoke an atmosphere of sacredness. It is a point of reminder for all the onlookers that the whole act of Ram Leela at Ramnagar remains the play, recitation, chanting and finally enactment of Ramcharitmanas of Tulsidas without any deviation. The epic's versatility comes to the fore when here all the elements of prose, poetry and Leela emit out of the single text which is soaked in Prem Bhava or eternal love for the divine. Today, the great sage Vishwamitra approaches Dashrath to take the help of Ram to banish the demon Tadika. Strokes of sparkling solar light besmear the space as Vishwamitra proceeds with his request. He narrates that nowadays demons were disturbing their peace, and for this he required the help of Ram, who was the only one who could banish the demon.
रामचंद्र जी को दीजिए, निशाचरों के वध से मैं सनाथ होऊंगा। हे महाराज, मोह अज्ञान को छोड़ हर्षित मन से दीजिए, आपको सुधर्म और सुजस होगा और इनका बड़ा कल्याण होगा। ए मुनिराज, चौथे पद में 4 पुत्र पाया।
Raja Dashrath pleaded that he could give anything which Vishwamitra wanted, but requested not to ask for Rama, who is his heartthrob, and he is just a child. Later, however, Dashrath was convinced that Rama is no ordinary child and can deliver the desired result of killing Tarika and Subahu, who have been disturbing the peace of the sages.
तथा श्री राम को देते नहीं बनता। आपे विचारिए कि कहा राक्षस बड़े कठोर और भयानक, और कहा ये सुंदर पुत्र की परम किशोर अवस्था के।
हे राजा, मन में संदेह मत करो, इनको बालक मत जानो। इनके बल तेज और प्रताप का पारावार नहीं है। हमारे कहने से प्रतीत करके निसंदेह इनको जाने दीजिए। विश्वामित्र जी सब काम आप ही बनाए लेंगे। ये आपके पुत्र निमित्त मात्र हैं। इनका बल तेज पुराणों में प्रसिद्ध है।
तुम दोनों भाई यहाँ आओ।
Dashrath calls for Ram and Lakshman and embraces them with love as they would proceed with Vishwamitra to kill the demon. Ram, Lakshman and Vishwamitra move on. The devout stand in queue and refer the text as chanting goes on. After some time, ascetics give the divine characters a ride on their shoulder. As with folded hands, people salute these transformed characters of the epic. Now they are traveling to the Tarika Van to kill the demons. Thus, the location shifts to the other corners of the city. Actors, spectators all move in the procession through the city, which has got reverberated with its own color. The king's procession also follows the people to the new location, which is unparalleled phenomenon in any Ram Leela celebration worldwide.
बैटरी बड़ी तय है।
On reaching the spot, the Sutradhar leads Ram, who fires the arrow and the demon falls. Such is the reverence and power of Ram experienced by the ordinary people. Now the evening has begun to cave in. A new episode will be enacted in a different ambience and atmosphere.
हे महाराज, आप निर्भय हो, यज्ञ कीजिए। हम
Sri Ram assures sage Vishwamitra that he should perform yajna without fear, as they would take care of the demons. Ram and Lakshman take the defensive position and the yajna goes on. Demons now infiltrate to launch an attack. Finally, Ram fires an arrow. The effigy of Subahu is put on fire. This shows the firepower of Ram, and symbolically the demon gets banished. From the space, the Devatas throw flowers to celebrate the victory.
श्री विदेह महाराज ने धनुष यज्ञ ठाना है। कहाँ देश देश के राजा आए हैं। जो धनुष को तोड़ेगा अपनी कन्या उसे जनक जी देंगे। सो देखवे को चलो।
Now Ram, Lakshman and Vishwamitra proceed towards Janakpuri to witness Sita's Swayamvar. The Petromax lights within the scores of devotees. The procession moves on amidst the deep of the night. On the way, they reach a stone, another public space selected for another episode. This enactment is called Ahilya Udhar, or Emancipation of Ahilya.
कैसी पड़ी है?
हे रामचंद्र, इंद्र के अपराध से
Sage Vishwamitra explains that long before, one saint called Gautam Muni had cursed Ahilya for a mischief done by Indra. Gautam Muni's curse had transformed his wife Ahilya into a stone. And Vishwamitra asks Rama, if he touches her stone form, she would be released from the bondage of stone birth.
उद्धार के हेत आपके चरण कमल धूरी को चाहती है।
Ram touches the stone and dramatically Ahilya comes out to the fore. She is released from the curse. The simplistic traditional technicality of theatric art remains a unique statement.
मेरी यही विनती है कि ए नाथ, मैं
Ahilya praises Sri Ram and explains the various dynamics of his lotus feet and wants to be a part of the dust beneath the feet of Ram.
तिस रस को मेरा मन मधुपान किया करे और यही चरण कमल से परम पवित्र श्री गंगा जी प्रकट भई और जय को श्री शिव जी अपने शीश पर धारण किया कोई चरण कमल जय को ब्रह्मा पूजत सोई पद पंकज को हमारे शीस पर एक कृपाल हरि आओ कृपा करके धरो.
We find the lighted hot balloon with the pointing of Ahilya flies off to the space, symbolically meaning the soul and Atma of Ahilya is free now. The journey of Ram continues, and after some time, in the midst of the road, the procession halts near a pitcher. The pitcher here symbolically represents Ganga, the river which sustained the Indian civilization. Ram asks Vishwamitra to explain how Ganga had come to earth.
हे रामचंद्र तुम्हारे कुल में एक राजा भगीरथ तप से
Sage Vishwamitra then explains how his forefather Bhagirath did extreme penance to bring Ganga from the heaven to this earth.
रिद्ध सिद्ध टिहरी सी आई देत विराग धके.
In this Ram Leela, we find the unique blend of metaphor and symbolism when the freed soul of Ahilya flies into the space, and the use of symbolism of Ganga as a mere pitcher. The procession again moves on towards the outskirts of Janakpuri. The police post is the public space where Janak's reception location is built. Such is the context of ever-moving Ram Leela of Ramnagar. People use torchlight to follow every line of Ramcharitmanas as sacred acoustic resounds all over. The chanting goes on and the king Janak receives Ram, Lakshman and the sage Vishwamitra. The Aarti remains the closing ceremony of the day. It is highly appreciable how ordinary actors get transformed into extraordinary divine characters. The piousness, the sacred atmosphere within the ambience of available light creates a huge interplay of light and shades within the wider acoustic fabric of Aarti and chanting.
Well, I think one of the major things, in terms of when I said in the beginning that it's like a sentimental education, I think one of the major things about this performance is the fact that it is in some senses made by the spectator. It will not exist in the scale that it does without the spectator. So it is the spectator that invests the young gods to that extent, Godhead, because they love them so much. Because they tend them so much, they become what they are. And I think, therefore, in some senses, it's really a two-way situation. The darshan that they get of the gods is energized or made more special by their own love. So I think, in some senses, if one were to put it like this, I think the Ram Leela runs on the love and the passion of the spectator and gets the scale because of that. So it's very much to do with the participation of the audience.
For the people of Ramnagar, Ram Leela is like the churning of the milk ocean, and some of our discovery called nectar flows.
हम तो आज कम से कम 30-35 साल से मेला देखते हैं.
In Ramnagar, the Aarti is the most important aspect and nobody wishes to miss it.
लेकिन आरती को विशेष महत्व दिया जाता है, जो कि यहाँ एक प्रकार से महाप्रसाद के रूप में उसको माना जाता है. मेला छूट जाए, लेकिन आम आदमी कोशिश करता है कि उसकी आरती न छूटे.
कहाँ से हमारे प्रभु एक महीना विराजते हैं.
Sri Ram is then in every particle, and this time Ram himself descends here at Ramnagar.
रामनगर में उठ के आ जाता है.
Even the Ram Leela for the small tea shop owner is a great event. He feels whosoever witnesses Ram Leela, their homes will be blessed. Such is the reverence for the common man.
हर तरीके से लोगों को संतुष्टि मिलती है.
भाई हमको राम का लीला अच्छा लगता है सबको.
Even a Muslim likes Ram Leela, as he says, I am a resident of Ramnagar. I like Ram Leela, as he is Ishwar, Allah and Christ. Where is the difference? Our documentation has entered the 4th day. The public space of Ramnagar is converted into Janakpuri. Ram Lakshman reach Janakpuri and devotees take their place to witness Ram Leela. The acoustic atmosphere is created with Sankirtan and people refer texts to feel the essence of the day's event. Meanwhile, Kashi Naresh reaches the spot and Ram Leela would begin shortly. Ram wishes to see Janakpuri and seeks permission of Vishwamitra.
संकोच से प्रगट नहीं कहते, जो मैं आपकी आज्ञा पाऊं, तो नगर को दिखाए जल्दी से ले आओ.
हे रामचंद्र.
Vishwamitra permits Sri Ram to go around Janakpuri and feel its essence.
नगर देख आओ.
Then Ram Lakshman with the blessings of Vishwamitra proceed to see the town. The spectators also get up to move with the characters and go to the next location. While on the move, Ram, Lakshman find 8 Sakhis. On seeing Ram, Sakhi broke the silence and flowered praises on Sri Ram. Sakhi says that the king of Janakpuri has showered special respect to Ram, Lakshman and the sage and welcomed them to Janakpuri. Yet, on seeing Ram, the king Janak has not ignored his vow of Swayamvar. But still, Ram remains the most handsome and powerful, with the whole creation adoring his presence. After listening to the praises of the Sakhis, Ram moves to the Janak palace in procession, and the spectators lead the procession with their sitting wooden stools in one hand and Ramcharitmanas in the other. Ram says to Lakshman how beautiful the scene has become of Janakpuri, and our heart goes abound seeing this beauty. This sentiment was echoed by the crowd, who praised the sayings of Ram.
मन लुभाया जाता है।
With the shine of the moon, our focus shifts to Sita, who would be proceeding to the Pushpavatika. Sita's procession moves on the palki. With deep reverence, she is taken to the garden. And in the deep of the garden, Sita reaches with her Sakhis or friends. On the other side, Ram reaches the same space and expresses that he has smelt the most luring smell, as if Cupid or Kamadevta is playing his tricks. He enjoys the whole atmosphere with a deep sense of romance.
विश्व के विजय की किया है। हे तात या सोई जनक तनया है कि जह के धनुष यज्ञ हो रहा है।
Amid Sankirtan from the passage of Ramcharitmanas, Sakhis sing and Sita joins them too. Ram and Sita have exchanged glances and have started adoring each other. Then Sita goes to the Devi Mandir and confides to her that she wishes to marry only Ram in the Swayamvar. This is the time for retreat of the Munivar Vishwamitra Ji. Lakshman explains that the coming of Ram has been celestially welcomed even by the sun and the stars. The eternal light smears all, and that augments the celestial movement of the Swayamvar, which is to dawn in the next morning. The fourth day's celebrations come to an end with the Aarti of Sri Ram, and flowers are offered as with a ritualistic light. The silhouettes of Ram are being worshipped amidst the narrative chanting from Ramcharitmanas.
Is the fact that such large numbers come, and or from all communities, from around Banaras, from outside Banaras. And then there is a kind of quiet too. When I say to you 20,000 people are walking from one destination to the other, there's not a push, there's not a jostle, they will all leave way for you. And it's about the fact that even the walking from one place to another is a pilgrimage. And then there is actually no pushing for a good space, because the belief is to be in the ambience, and that in itself will allow you to see.
Today is the most auspicious day of Dhanush Yagya. The king of Ramnagar, the chief patron, takes his position on the dais. The elephant has become a part of the Ram Leela now as kings of different kingdoms assemble. We even find the 1,000 hands Sahasrabahu who has come for the Swayamvar. Yes, we also see Ravana appearing, though he would not stay for long. The bow of Shiva is not a normal thing which can be lifted and broken by anybody. Meanwhile, with the Jai Siya Ram chant, Vashishta brings Ram and Lakshman. The king Janak goes to receive them. Thus, all the invited kings assemble at Janakpuri to show their strength, as they would be testing their strength and luck tonight. Sita is seated with a garland in her hand, and all the kings await their chance. Now, all the kings approach the mandap where the cosmic bow is kept in a well-illuminated space. All try their strength but could not even move the bow, so they return with failure. The cosmic Dhanush awaits for the celestial strength to be used upon it. Meanwhile, Vishwamitra orders Ram to go and break the bow and marry Sita, the daughter of Janak. This indicates that Vishwamitra knew about this celestial happening and was waiting for the right moment. Sri Ram proceeds to the arena to break the bow amidst the shouting and praising of Sri Ram's strength. With a deep feeling, Sri Ram nears the bow. Sita is anxiously waiting for this event of her life. Ram picks up the bow and the whole atmosphere is charged. With the sound of crackers, the bow is broken in 3 pieces. The sound of applaud and people's participation shows how they view Ram as a divine being. And it was not a mere enactment, but a matter of rejoice for every ordinary being present there. It was an hour of triumph for Sita, whose wish is about to be fulfilled. She approaches Sri Ram with a Varmala in her hand, and the celestial bhajan rent the air to make the situation an extraordinary one. Finally, she offers the Varmala to Sri Ram, symbolically meaning that they are married now. People offer their naman with the deepest respect, as if they were witnessing the celestial marriage with their own eyes, transcending all time and space. Sounds of conch and arati for Ram Sita end the day's performance. Yes, here at Ramnagar, Ram Leela is a celestial happening with a deep touch of divinity.
One of the ancestors, he used to go to see the Ram Leela in Mirzapur. So he got some inspiration, or somebody has told, instead of why not Ram Leela is being organized here. So then he started this Ram Leela here in Ramnagar. In olden days, I have seen that also. Lot of sadhus, they used to come from all over the, not all over the country, most are from Ayodhya and then Bihar. Now that number of sadhus has gone significantly very low. So we don't know what's the reason, but that is one of the thing that has taken some changes, because sadhus are not coming now. See, people feel that this Ram Leela is not a ordinary drama or anything else, but they feel that it is, they are seeing the God directly. So they have got a religious feeling, and one of the feeling is during Arati, God comes down directly to earth directly to give darshan. So that's the religious point is there. So that's why people are after this Ram Leela. They don't have this kind of feeling in any other of Ram Leela anywhere. Only in Ramnagar. That is the speciality of this Ram Leela.
The pan-Indian sentiment moves with time and bridges the sacred geography as we find the Sarayu River, on whose banks the mythological sentiment of Ayodhya, the birthplace of Ram, still echoes as people offer their sacred prayers on each dawn. From Ramnagar, we move to Ayodhya, the sacred city, to continue our documentation of Ram Leela in its varying perspectives and colors. Ayodhya, the sacred city, remains a unique conjunction where devotees throng to experience the sacred space. The Ram Leela performers climb up the sacred stairs to perform. The act of sentimental enactment with a touch of prayer remains the cornerstone of the Tirtha, the Ayodhya. The bank of Sarayu is studded with many nostalgic impressions of another time, like the Guptar Ghat, where it is said that Ram left his mortal form. And then we find the impression of the lotus feet, which is revered here deeply. Within the architecture of Balmiki Bhavan, we find the whole textual tradition engraved on the walls. From Balmiki's Ramayana, the textual tradition moved further and got soaked into Bhakti Bhav through the narration of Tulsidasa's Ramcharitmanas. And Ram Leela got the currency with the verses of Tulsidas. We even saw the narrative got an aesthetic expression on the walls of olden architecture. The Tulsi Smarak Bhavan is unique as it showcases Ram Leela round the year by Ram Leela performers from different regions like Vrindavan, Ayodhya, Madhubani and others. Each actor of Ram Leela painstakingly apply makeup and wear costumes of different hues. The perfect strokes of tilaks to the eye makeup and finally costumes help the performers to get transformed into their chosen role, so that spectators of Ram Leela can emphatically experience the various characters and enjoy the play of the sacred mythology.
Rama Leela takes place practically every part in India, particularly in North India. Thousands of Rama Leelas will take place during the month of October, during the Sharat season. In that way, the growth is very much visible of this story. Narration, then ritual, then Rama taking an iconic form, and then the enactment, both for the sake of say ritual performance and as well as for the sake of entertainment. The stage sometimes becomes realistic, sometimes become totally impressionistic, but then the story, which is known to every Indian, that story is again seen and heard by every Indian as if it is a new story. They are perceiving, watching for the first time in their lives. That is the beauty of Ramayana.
अब होंगे राजा राम, अब होंगे राजा राम, मेरे राम राम राम, मेरे राम राम राम, अब होंगे राजा राम, मेरे राजा राम, राम
Today, the episode of Ram Vanvas will be enacted. Spectators from all walks of life gather at the venue and take their seats to witness the Ram Leela.
अब होंगे राजा राम, नाना प्रजा प्रवासी नाना प्रकार के मनोरथ सजा रहे हैं, बना रहे हैं कि राम जी राजा होंगे तो मैं ये नई सेवा राम जी से लूंगा, मैं पान खिलाऊंगा, मैं माला पहनाऊंगा, मैं इनके कपड़े साफ करूंगा, नाना प्रकार की सेवाओं, कोई मिठाई खिलाने की बात कर रहे हैं। अब होंगे राजा राम, राम राम राम, बोलो राम राम राम, होंगे राजा राम।
आज ये क्या हो रहा है?
Manthara, the maidservant of Kaikeyi, wonders why there is an elaborate decoration. She was told that all this decoration is going on because the next day will be the day of coronation for Sri Ram.
ये सब साज सज्जा क्यों हो रही है? ये इसलिए हो रही है कि जो हमारे महाराज हैं, ये कल प्रभु श्री राम को अयोध्या का युवराज पद देने वाले हैं। उन्हीं की खुशी में ये सब साज सज्जा हो रही है। क्या होगा?
Manthara never liked the idea of Ram becoming the king. She rather wished Bharat, the son of Kaikeyi, to be king.
अब होंगे राजा राम,
So Manthara tries to provoke Kaikeyi to ask for a boon from Dashrath so that Bharat could be made the king and Ram should be sent to the woods to spend 14 years in isolation.
कल होंगे राजा राम, कल होंगे राजा राम, राम अब होंगे राजा राम।
As planned, Kaikeyi throws off the jewels and awaits the coming of Dashrath. Dashrath wonders why Kaikeyi is lying down.
राम मेरे राम राम राम, कल होंगे राजा राम, कल होंगे राजा राम, राम राम राम, राम राम राम।
आपको स्मरण है देवासुर संग्राम के समय की हमारे दो वरदान?
Then Kaikeyi says she's looking for the realization of the two boons which he had promised her a long time back.
संदेह हो रहा है वो हमारे वरदान हमें मिलेंगे अथवा नहीं मिलेंगे।
छठी राख न मांगे का बिसर गयो मोहि भोर स्वभाव।
देखो प्राण प्रिय, हमें तुम तो व्यर्थ में ही दोष देती हो। भाई हमारा दोष ही क्या है? राजकार्य में इतने व्यवस्थित हो जाते हैं, किसी भी बात को भूल जाते हैं। तुमने कभी मांगा नहीं और हमें देने का ध्यान नहीं रहा, इसमें किसका दोष है? और फिर तुम कहती हो दो वरदान, अरे दो गढ़ तो कोई चीज नहीं, चाहे जितने ले लो। हमने सीखा है नहीं नहीं, मन भाए उतने ले लो। महाराज
जय हो।
राजा जो राम हो रहा है।
She asked for vanvas for Sri Ram, so that he should not stay in Ayodhya for the coming 14 years. Dashrath got an extreme shock of his life.
श्री राम के लिए 14 वर्ष का वनवास हो गया।
सुने कटु वचन भूप ही शोक, शशि कर छुअत विकल जिमि, माथे हाथ मूंद दोलोचन, तनु धरि सोच लागु जन शोचन। अवध उजार कीन के दीन से अचल विपत्ति के ने।
तूने तो सब प्रकार से इस अयोध्या का सर्वनाश कर दिया। विपत्ति का वो अटूट धर दिया है, जिसे दोनों हाथों से लुटाया जाए तो उसका अंत नहीं आ सकता।
राम सिय चरण सुहाय, कवि संग मंदिर
However, Ram comes to Dashrath to obey the wish of Kaikeyi and sought permission from Dashrath before venturing out to the woods for 14 years.
पिताजी, अब आप विलंब ना करें और हमें वन जाने की आज्ञा प्रदान करें, जिससे कि हम वन के लिए जाएं।
तुम स्नेह बस कुछ नरना बैठा रघुपति गहिबा, सुनो तात तुम कहो मुन कहो, राम चराचर नायक है।
राम, मैंने सुना है, संतों के मुख से सुना है कि तुम चराचर के स्वामी हो, परमात्मा हो।
शुभ अशुभ कर्म अनुहारी, ईश देई फल हृदय विचारी।
हे राम, ईश्वर तो मनुष्य के 1600 कर्मों को विचार करके फल देता है, लेकिन आज ये सब क्या हो रहा है राम? तुम ईश्वर हो तो तुम्हारे पास न्याय क्यों नहीं?
और कर रही अपराध को और पाव फल भोग, अति विचित्र भगवंत गति को जग जाने।
Ram and Lakshman changed their royal dress to the ordinary one in order to appease Kaikeyi that they were going to the woods alone without any regality. People felt the shock, and in the morose mood, Sri Ram, Sita and Lakshman start their journey away from Ayodhya. Sumant, the close confidant of Dashrath, himself offers to organize the departure. Kevat, the king of the Mallas, offers himself to take Sri Ram, Lakshman and Sita across the Ganges.
आपको प्रणाम कर रहा है महाराज। सुमंत, 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 कहाँ है मेरा राम? सुमंत, मेरा राम, लक्ष्मण, पुत्री सीता कहाँ है भैया? मेरे धन को लेकर के आए हो या फिर मेरे जीवन को छोड़ करके आए हो? सुमंत क्यों नहीं बोलते? लाओ भैया मेरा राम मुझे दे दो।
Dashrath, in a deep state of shock, murmurs that Ram is calling him. And the excellent enactment of melancholy mood is depicted by Dashrath in this Ram Leela.
अब प्राण कहूँ सतभाव।
सुमंत, यदि तू मेरा राम लेकर के नहीं आया है तो मुझे वही पहुंचा दो जहाँ कि मेरा प्राण प्यारा राम है, जहाँ मेरा लक्ष्मण, पुत्री सीता है, वही पहुंचा दो। नहीं तो सुमंत अब ये जीवन लेना नहीं चाहता। मेरे प्राण छटपटा रहे। देख देख सुमंत, मेरा राम मुझे बुला रहा है। राम आ रहा हूँ, आ रहा हूँ मेरे बेटे, आ रहा हूँ। लक्ष्मण आ रहा हूँ बेटे, नहीं रुक सकता। छोड़ दो सुमन, छोड़ दो मुझे, मैं नहीं रोना चाहता। देख देख वो मेरा राम जा रहा है, लक्ष्मण जा रहा है, सीता जा रही है। छोड़ दो सुमंत, मुझे जाने दो। देखो देखो सुमंत, कौशल्य, हमने आने से पहले संसार में सीखा था, ये मेरा है वो तेरा है। जाने से पहले देख रहे वो चारों ओर
Finally, with deep grief for Sri Ram, Dashrath leaves his mortal body. Ramleela came into vogue with Tulsi Das's Bhakti Bhava, and Ramcharitmanas invokes the spiritual pulses, which gets translated through enactment and chanting. The Aarti remains its main essence, and people join in the Sankirtana at the end of the play, as we have also witnessed in Ramnagar. Thus, the tradition of Aarti remains a sacred punctuation in the Ramleela enactment.
ताके युगे पद कमल मनावो
जा सुख पाओ निर्मल मति पाओ
जा सुख पाओ निर्मल मति पावो
गिराट जल बीच सम कैयत भिन्न न भिन्न बंदो सीता राम पर जिन्हि परम प्रिय खिन
बंदो सीताराम पद जिन्हि परम प्रिय खिन सीताराम सीताराम राजा राम सीताराम सीताराम राजा राम सीताराम सीताराम राम राम राजा राम 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 बोलो सीताराम राम राम राजा राम 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 राजा राम 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 सीताराम राम राम राजा राम 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 राजा राम 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 सीताराम 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 राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम सीताराम
बरनी न जाई कनक देह रची
Ram, Sita and Lakshman are spending their days in the woods. Sita one day spots a golden deer and desires to have it, as the golden skin would beautify their hut.
हे नाथ, देखिए ये मृग कितना सुंदर है।
She asks Ram to hunt it for her.
तो कुटिया की शोभा बढ़ जाएगी, क्योंकि मृग ऐसा देखा न सुना जैसा यह सुघर सलोना है। देखो तो सर से पांव तलक सारा सोना ही सोना है। हे नाथ खाल लाओ इसकी, तो कुटिया की श्रृंगार होगी। सोने के मृग की मृगशाला क्या अद्भुत यादगार होगी।
भैया लक्ष्मण, आज तक न तो मैंने अपनी आंखों से सोने का मृग देखा ही है और न ही कानों से सोने के मृग की चर्चा ही सुनी है, किंतु आज मैं सीता के कहने पर इस मृग के पीछे जा रहा हूँ। तुम सीता की रखवाली बल बुद्धि से करना, कारण कि वन भयंकर है, कष्टदायक है।
Ram also wondered at the beauty and asked Lakshman to take care of Sita, as the woods were always unpredictable.
तुम ध्यान दे करके करना।
प्रभु ही बिलोक चला मृग भाजी, धाय राम सरासन साजी। निगमने शिव ध्यान न पावा, तब तकीरा में कठिन सर मारा। धरणी परो करी घोर पुकारा,
हे लखन शीघ्र जाकर देखो, रघुराई तुम्हें पुकार रहे। भाई की
Sita also asks Lakshman to join Ram as it was getting late.
न जाने अपना सुख कितने कष्टों के मुख में है। लक्ष्मण इसमें संदेह नहीं, प्राणेश इसमें
Lakshman was reluctant, yet he had to go, as this was the order of Sita. He marked a piece of land and asked Sita not to cross the line even in the extreme eventuality.
में आएगा हयाम शेष लक्ष्मण के तो काल जलकर भस्म हो जाएगा।
Ravan, who was eyeing Sita, came in the form of a Brahmin ascetic for bhiksha. But soon he realized the impending danger, so he, through his tricks of words, lured Sita out of safety line drawn by Lakshman.
बढ़ रहा हूँ तो एक रेखा से अग्नि की ज्वाला दिखाई दे रही है, वो मुझे सावधान कर रही है। सावधान दशानन सावधान, नहीं सीता का हरण बाद में होगा, पहले तुम्हारे प्राणों का आनंद हो जाएगा। लेकिन नहीं, ये मुझे भ्रम हो रहा है। कौन सी ऐसी शक्ति है जो मेरे बढ़ते हुए कदम को रोक सकती है? मुझे चल करके पुनः देखना चाहिए।
हे जोगी बाबा क्षमा करें, ये रेखा छूट नहीं सकती। ये आन लखन देवर की है जो मुझसे टूट नहीं सकती।
तो ये छोटे तापस की करतूती है। छोटे तापस की करतूती है, लेकिन आज मेरे सामने उसकी चाल नहीं चल सकती है। सुंदरी, यदि तुझे तुम्हारे देवर की आन है तो मुझे भी मेरे गुरु की आन है। मैं बनी हुई भिक्षा कभी नहीं ले सकता और तुम्हारे दरवाजे से खाली हाथ वापस जाऊंगा और उसके बदले में तुम्हें शाप दे करके तुम्हारी सुहाग को हमेशा के लिए नष्ट कर दूंगा। हम हारे।
हाय लाता इस समय किया न इसको दान तो गृहस्थी के धर्म का होता है अपमान। अच्छा हो या बुरा हो पर रखूंगी धर्म गृहस्थी का। अब इस रेखा का ध्यान छोड़ करती हूँ कर्म गृहस्थी का। लीजिए जोगी बाबा।
आओ। सुंदर, अति सुंदर। सुंदरी, तुम्हारा ये दमकता हुआ सौंदर्य तो किसी कंचन महल के योग्य है। क्या तुम इन भिखारियों के साथ दर बदर की ठोकर खा रही है? चल मेरे साथ, मैं तुम्हें कंचन महल में रखूंगा। तुम्हारी सेवा के लिए हजारों दास दासियां तुम्हारी सेवा में समर्पित रहेंगी। चल मेरे साथ और छोड़ इन तपस्वियों का साथ।
जोगी बाबा, आप देखने में तो साधु मालूम पड़ते हैं, परंतु वचन दुष्टों की तरह बोलते हैं।
तूने मुझे दुष्ट कहा है, तूने मुझे दुष्ट कहा है, लेकिन तूने दुष्ट का रूप नहीं देखा है। मैं तुम्हें अपना असली रूप दिखाता हूँ। मम महादेव।
Now Ravan transformed into his true self and kidnapped Sita.
तुम्हारे ऊपर यदि इस समय कोई संकट आ जाए, कोई आपत्ति आ जाए, तो हाय कोई तुम्हारी रक्षा करने वाला, हाय कोई तुम्हारी सुरक्षा करने वाला नहीं है। लेकिन चिंता करने की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है। आ गया हूं मैं, अब तुम्हें घबराने की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है। कोई हिम्मत नहीं है जो मेरे सामने आ जाए। और सीता, मैं तुमसे अंतिम बार कहता हूं, स्वेच्छा पूर्वक इस लंकेश के रथ के ऊपर विराजमान हो जाओ। नहीं सुनती है तो ठीक है, चल मेरे साथ।
The mythological bird Jatayu saw this and tried to stop Ravan, but in vain. Ram comes back and searches for Sita, who was not found anywhere.
तुम्हारी ये दशा किस दुष्ट दुराचारी ने किया है, बताओ ना मुझे, किसने ऐसी हालत की है?
श्री राम, अब आप मेरी बात सुनिए।
Jatayu narrates to Ram how Ravan had kidnapped Sita and taken her towards the southern direction.
का हरण किया है, मैंने बल लगाया, मैंने उससे युद्ध किया, किंतु उस दुष्ट ने मेरे पंख काट दिए और सीता जी को दक्षिण दिशा की तरफ लेके चला गया। भगवान
तब रघुपति उठाए उड़ावा, निज लोचन जल से जुड़ावा, सोन कपि दिए मानस जन ऊना, तय मम प्रिय लक्ष्मण ते दूना.
Ram and Lakshman, while going southward, find Hanuman, who promised all the help to them and takes them to Sugriva, the king of the monkeys.
उसका हम दिया बुझा देंगे, आदेश आपका ही होगा, पालन हम करते जाएंगे, जो काम आप करने आए उसमें हम हाथ बटाएंगे, इस पृथ्वी का पाप हटाने में ये बानर भी प्राण गंवाएंगे। हे नाथ, यहाँ से कुछ दूर पर हम बंदरों के राजा श्री सुग्रीव जी रहते हैं, आप चलिए उनसे मित्रता कीजिए।
बहुत अच्छा, आइए।
यही विधि सकल कथा समुझाई, लिए दुजन पीति चढ़ाई, तब सुग्रीव राम कहु देगा, अतिशय जन्म धन्य कर लेगा, सादर मिलो नाय पद माधा, भेटो अनुज सहित रघुनाथा। कभी कर मन विचारी यह रीति करी है।
तुलसीदास शंकर मम हृदय कंज निवास
लंका के रक्षवीरो, लंका के बड़े बड़े योद्धा मारे गए, कुंभकर्ण, मेघनाद, अहिरावत, अब मुझे किसी का बल का।
The war is on, and Ravan repents that most of his powerful fighters had died in the battlefield, and now he has to fight as he cannot depend upon anyone. Yet, Rakshasa gave a battle cry and tried to kill Hanuman, but all died. Ravana appeared, who has to die at the hands of Ram.
मैं प्रचार करके मारूंगा तुझे, मैं प्रचार करके मारूंगा।
दौले भ्योम गिरत दस्कं धर चोभ्यत सिंधु सर जगद भोधर। प्रभु विलोक मुनिमन अनुराग प्रोत दिव्य सिंह सन्मंगा।
प्रभु राम, अब वही समय शुभ साथ घड़ी बीत रहा है।
The battle is over. Ram comes back after salvaging Sita. And by now 14 years have passed. So we find the coronation of Ram at Ayodhya. The towering silhouettes of Ayodhya remain a passage where through enactment of Ram Leela, life is celebrated and human aspirations echo again and again that the good must prevail over the evil. The millennia-old heritage cruises through time and belief prevails.